Here we are at Mount Zion, Tabernacle of David, with the foot of Mount Zion, so that the people out in the audience can understand where we're at. All right. Some of us, it's their first time here at Mount Zion. Some of us, they've been here multiple times already. But nonetheless, getting here is very important. Kahan, would y'all agree? Kahan? Very important getting to Mount Zion, because that's the next level for Israel to come on. Return back to Mount Zion and then reclaim their nationality like they're supposed to. All right? Every nation on earth understands who they are, what their nation is, what their language is, what their land is, who their people are, what their heritage is. All right? Get Jeremiah, what was it, 17:4? Which say you lost their heritage. Right? They know their heritage, they know their language, they know their genealogy, they know their lineage, they know everything. Their generations, their forefathers, but Israel does not know. We don't know who we are. So here now, the Heavenly Father opened us up, brought us back to the knowledge of ourselves, and everybody here can say at one time or another, they didn't know who they were. All right, Kahan? All right. So now, so it's by the grace and mercy of the Most High Yahweh that you're finding out now today what nationality you are, what your identity is, and who you are, your language, and so forth. So we want to thank the Most High and Yahweh Shai. All right, come on. All right, giving us the grace, all right, and the mercy to be able to find out who you are today. And here we are now standing, all right, whereas years before we didn't know nothing about Mount Zion. All right, nothing about Telerad, Jerusalem, the real Jerusalem, nothing. But now the Most High revealed it to us. So we thank the Most High for that. Tell them where you at,
Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
See, that was the prophecy. The Most High, because of our sins, he said we would discontinue from our heritage. That means your lineage, your genealogy, everything about yourselves. We had lost that totally. All right, go ahead, up.
That I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
And we've done that, right, Kahan? So we serve slavery, we serve captivity, not only the so-called white man under them in America, but all our enemies we serve captivity, right? So these prophecies came to pass, all right? We lost our heritage. We had lost all that, the identity. But now the Most High is slowly bringing it back to us, all right? And we ought to thank the Most High for that. Finish reading that.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
See, and the Most High said, it shall burn forever, meaning up until the time the Most High says, okay, now I'm going to bring it back to you. I'm going to bring back your identity and understanding of yourself. I'm going to bring it back. And then when you go to Micah 4:1, I said, go to Micah 4:1. Now the Most High says, now I'm going to begin to bring back the identity and the language and the heritage of Israel. And he said, you're going to serve him upon this mountain. All right, Mount Zion. All right, and Micah 4th chapter and the 1st verse will teach you that. All right, go ahead, Up.
Micah 4:1. But in the last days,
and see, now we're in the last days. So where it said, our sins have burned in the Most High forever, and we would discontinue from our heritage. He said forever, but then he says, but in the last days,
it shall come to pass,
it will come to pass, go ahead,
that the mountain of the house of the Most High shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Yeah, what mountain is he talking about? Mount Zion. So the brother can look at Mount Zion with the camera. That's the mountain the Most High is talking about. They will be established on this mountain, Mount Zion. Kahan? Go ahead.
And it shall be exalted above the hills.
Mount Zion shall be above all the hills. Go ahead.
And people shall flow unto it.
And as you know, people are flowing into Mount Zion. Okay, even other nations will flow here. All right, other nations will serve Israel on this mountain. Yes, they will come and serve the Most High on this mountain. All right, they're gonna be under Israel. They're gonna be slaves. They're gonna be in captivity. All right, they're gonna be servants under Israel, but they're gonna come and serve here. Okay, go ahead.
And many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of the Most High.
Yeah, they even, you got people now up there looking at the artifacts of Mount Zion. So they are going to come and let us return and see the mountain of the Most High. All right, other nations. But how can we convince the nation of Israel, the true Israelites, to come and serve the Most High? That's the key. See? That's the key. So Israel has to return first, because what did the Most High say to Moses to tell Pharaoh? That Israel is my firstborn. All right, even my son, even my firstborn. Israel has to wake up first. All right, before other nations can begin to serve the Most High in righteousness and so forth. Israel has to wake up first, and then serve the Most High. Then it goes down the line to other nations. Kahan, go ahead.
And to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths.
See, we're being taught his ways. And let's say this, though, also, the Bible, all right, the holy word of the Most High is teaching us, all right. This Bible is evident that the Most High's word exists, all right. It's spiritual, and his words are alive, all right. So the Most High is teaching us through his word, all right. Understand? And Yahweh Shai said this, where 2 or 3 are gathered in his name, he's in the midst. So is Yahweh Shai, the Mashiach, all right, is here amongst us, all right, and we will serve him on this mountain. Go ahead, up.
For the law shall go forth of Zion.
Oh, yeah, the law shall go forth of Zion, all right, Mount Zion, and the law shall go forth. Look, the priests are coming back, the governors of Judah, Levi, all right, Benjamin, they're all coming back. The 12 tribes, they're all coming back, all right. And this is before Yahweh Shai, the Mashiach, comes back. They're gonna return. Kahan, go ahead up.
And the word of the Most High from Jerusalem.
And the word of the Most High from where?
From Jerusalem.
America?
From Jerusalem.
Africa?
From Jerusalem.
Yeah, from here. Europe?
From Jerusalem.
From here. This is what he's saying, from Mount Zion in Jerusalem. Go ahead up.
And he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
Right. That's when the Most High begins to reestablish the nation of Israel as the leaders of this whole planet Earth. Then this prophecy shall take place. Well, nations will learn war no more. But the war is coming. There has to be a revolutionary type war, bloodshed, okay, death and destruction, so that the Most High can set this thing back up in the right order. Okay, there has to be those sacrifices, all right, that's going to come so Israel can be reestablished. That's going to come. Then after that, then the peace. Go ahead, up. Up to 7. You read to 7? Yeah.
4th verse. For they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and none shall make them afraid. For the mouth of the Most High of hosts has spoken it.
Right. So the Most High gives us comfort. He says, every man shall have his own fig tree, and then nobody shall make us afraid anymore. And let's talk about it here in our land. Nobody shall make us afraid anymore. So it behooves Israel and our people to return back, because we have to set up this government. All right, the Mashiach Shah, we have to set up this government, we have to set up this military, we have to set up this army. All right, in Hamashiach Yahushai, it has to be set up. Otherwise, you have nothing. All right, you can know everything, you can know all the history you want, but if this ain't set up in the right order, it doesn't mean anything. Kahan, go ahead, up.
For all people will walk every one in the name of his God, and we will walk in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai forever and ever.
Kahan?
Kahan?
Kahan.
Okay, go ahead, up.
In that day,
this
saith
day,
the Most High,
go ahead.
will I assemble her that halteth, and I will gather her that is driven out.
See, so the Most High is in the process now of gathering and assembling the nation of Israel. All right? Even the ones of us that have the different doctrines and so forth within in Israel, you have the Old Testaments, you have brothers with different understandings in the Hebrew, understand? Different understandings in the breakdowns and scriptures and so on. So some brothers believe you can eat anything you want on the Passover, you know, fried chicken and pork chops and mac and cheese. I'm not gonna say pork chops, but still, lamb chops with gravy, all that stuff, huh?
It's like as a requirement. That was one school, and they was just now learning. They had Passover pizza.
Passover pizza. See, there you go. See, so all these different, but nonetheless, we got to come together on one common root. they were all Hebrew Israelites, all right? And then begin to deal with the other stuff as we come together, all right? Look, like the brother always said, Doctor, it's not going to be easy building a nation, brother. It's not easy, brother. All right, you're talking about from the ground up. We were dust. We were nothing. And now we got to build this thing back up to the heights that Yahweh teaches us in the scriptures. All right, we're gonna reign above all the nations, brother. All of them. African nations, right? European nations. We're gonna rise above all of them. Arab nations, above all of them. So we got to be right, brother. Go ahead, up.
And her that I have afflicted, and I will make her that halted a remnant, and her that was cast far off a strong nation.
See, you're going to be a strong nation this time. You were cast off, right? And the remnant of Israel most likely going to assemble back, and you're going to be a strong nation. Strong. And what he mean by strong, I mean you're going to serve the Most High in righteousness, keeping the law, statute, commandments. That's what he mean by strong. So you're not having your own mind. And no African guy, and somebody with Africanism coming and going to start teaching it. No, it's strong nation. Meaning all the other doctrines and philosophies you had, that's going to dissipate. That's going to go away. A strong nation in Yahweh. Go ahead, up.
And the Most High shall reign over them.
The Most High going to reign over us, not your idol gods and philosophy like church systems, but the Most High. Go ahead.
In Mount Zion.
In where?
In Mount Zion.
America.
In Mount Zion.
In Mount Zion. All right. And this is the mountain here that the Most High is going to reign over Israel and the whole earth. In Yahweh. Kahan. This will be headquarters of the kingdom of heaven. All right, right here. All right, it's waiting for us. Look how desolate it is. It's waiting for us to return back so we can begin to build upon it. Then you're going to see grass. You're going to see all the fruit trees come back. The waterways, everything's going to come back. Go ahead. Was that it, 7 verse?
From henceforth, even forever.
Okay, even forever. That was it. 132 Psalms. 132 Psalms and the 13th, 14th verse. So this is a very blessing, man. The brothers are able to now recognize coming back to Jerusalem is the key, all right? Look, we've been in America a long time, all right? And the Most High woke up Israel in America. Look, you had brothers that knew they were Israelites all the way back from Nat Turner, Sam Sharp, Harriet Tubman, all right, Denmark Vesey, all right, the list goes on and on. They all knew they were Israelites. They all understood they were Israelites. Prophet F.S. Cherry, Josiah Ford, they all knew they were Israelites. They had Israelite schools, all right? So, but now you had Matthew, okay, all right? You start the commandment keepers, all right? Rabbi Matthews, all right? So you had a lot of brothers that knew that they were Israelites. And then, of course, you have Benny Amin, all right? The brothers over there in Dimona, all right? All knew that they were Israelites, all right? So, but they're the ones the Most High had established to come over to Israel. All right, but in America, it's so saturated now, all right? Saturated with camps, schools, Israelite schools and camps and so forth. Brothers on the street teaching. So what's the next level for Israel to come on? All right? Because America's finished. It's going to be destroyed, right? So what's the next level? Now, the next level is what? They get returned back to Zion, all right? Because it's going to be destroyed, all right? So now this is the next level. You got to raise the stakes now. And when you talk about nationality, on a nationalistic sense, now you're talking about setting up a military. You got to fight now, because no one's going to they're not going to just give you this land back. You got to fight for it. All right, that's what the scripture says. Israel shall come marching in to Zion with a two-edged sword in their hands, because they're not going to give it to you back. Say, Judah shall fight at Jerusalem. There's going to be a fight here, brother.
Can't vote for it.
You're right. You're not going to vote for this thing. And there's not going to be no no politics involved either. We're not going to ask them for nothing. We're taking it. Okay, go ahead, up.
Psalms 132, verse 13. For the Most High have chosen Zion, he have desired it for his habitation.
See? Desired this for his habitation. So don't you want to be where the Most High is at? I do. Most High is not in America, brother. See? No spiritual power is coming to nobody there. But here, yeah, we're going to get... Do the angels come to brothers over there? Not like they did when you read in the scriptures how they came to us and revealed themselves to us, talk to us one-on-one. And no angels did that to nobody in America or anywhere else. There's no power over there, brother. Okay? There's nothing over there.
Land of the dead.
It's the land of the dead, yeah. That's the valley of dry bones. All right, America. That's the valley. And then all the areas are people scattered. Go ahead, up.
This is my rest forever.
For what?
Forever.
Go ahead.
Here will I dwell.
Here will he dwell. How about that? Here, he's making it clear. So if anybody's teaching, let's set up something, let's set up shop in America, let's get this and land and this and that, forget about it, brother. It's not going to happen. All right? It's not going to happen. Simple as that. It's going to happen here. Here's where I would want to be. I want to be where Yahweh Shai is coming back. Yahweh Shai is not going to touch not one foot in America. He's not coming to America. He's not going to look down upon America. He's coming to destroy it. He's going to send his angels to destroy it. He's not coming here there at all. All right? Go ahead, up.
For I have decided, I will abundantly bless her provision.
Yeah, he's going to abundantly bless her provisions. How about that? See? So the trees are going to start to come back in the grass and everything, the waterways, all right, and the cities all around about Mount Zion, the city of David. All right, come, go ahead, up.
I will satisfy her poor with bread.
Yeah, see, the poor with bread, meaning we're going to be satisfied. Where you're in America on public assistance and welfare and food stamps, you're going to be satisfied with bread, abundant, meaning food. All right, because Trump is cutting it off. He will cut off your bread in America. All right, that's coming. It's coming. You see, they just dropped 60 missiles on Syria. Right? Syria is not too far away from here. He just dropped 60 missiles. All right.
Without permission.
So it's
permission or consent.
Without permission from Congress. Yeah. All right. So they don't care, brother. So if they don't care about those people over there in Syria, and they're dropping bombs. Do you think they really care about you?
Nope.
All right. All right. Go ahead, up.
I will also clothe her with priests with salvation.
Yeah, with priests.
I will also clothe her priests with salvation.
Clothe the priests with salvation. See. So are the priests coming back of Israel? Yes. Yes. The sons of Aaron, sons of Zadok, they're coming back, brother. All right. The priests are coming back. All right. And they're going to be doing sacrifices and everything. That's all that's coming back. All right. Go ahead, up.
And her saints shall shout aloud for joy.
And that's the rest of the 12 tribes of Israel. The saints are the Israelites. All right. Shall shout for joy. Yeah. When we come back here, there's going to be a lot of shouting for joy. All right. Not no mumbo jumbo church philosophy joy. It's going to be praising the Most High type of joy. All right. Go ahead, up.
There will I make.
There. Go ahead.
Will I make the horn of David to bud.
Yeah. See, the horn of David means power. See, the power of David is going to bud here. All right. Because that's what Yahweh Shai promised David. The Most High promised David he's going to bring the Mashiach through his lineage. And the Mashiach will sit on the throne of David in the last days, all right, rebuilding the nation of Israel. Go ahead, up.
I have ordained a lamp for mine anointed.
And ordained a lamp. See, the lamp is still lit. How about that? The lamp for Israel is still lit. All right, it never really, Esau tried to put it out, right? He tried to stamp it out, didn't he? He tried to stamp you. But the Most High said, there's a lamp. There's a lamp still there. Huh?
With drugs, alcohol.
Yeah, you try to stamp it with drugs, alcohol, church systems, philosophies, and so on and so forth. But the Most High said, because of the promises he made to David and Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right, the lineage, he said that lamp will still be there, all right? And the Most High is what he keeps his promises, all right? So the lamp, the flame's a little bit bigger now, right? It's going to get bigger. It's going to get bigger and bigger, right? So he couldn't stamp it out. Esau tried, though. Go ahead, up.
His enemies will I clothe with shame.
Yeah, see the enemies, see Esau, the so-called white man, the African nations, right, Arab nations, the other nations, Japhetic nations, he's going to clothe them with shame because they all had a hand in bringing us down. All nations had a hand in bringing us down. So they're going to be clothed with shame, all right? And the Most High is beginning to reveal that process of that shame coming upon the nations for what they have done to the nation of Israel. Go ahead, up.
But upon himself shall his crown flourish.
See, the crown, right? That's the throne of David, which Yahweh Shai is going to sit on. That's going to flourish forever, brother. Okay, we got the 14th verse? Okay, you went to 18. Get Isaiah 2 and 1. Isaiah 2 and 1. All right, Isaiah 2 and 1. So it's going to flourish for us. So that's why I'm thankful for brothers to be able to come. Look, I'm thankful for Ashura Mariel too. right? Because he's the one the Most High put the Spirit on to show us the archaeology about Mount Zion, all right? The Most High put it on him, right? Also the brothers, the mother brothers, Freeman, Dawadah, these brothers, the Dawadah came to the first summit in Washington, D.C. and showed us all the information about Mount Zion, all right? Well, we didn't know nothing about it. Say, we didn't know nothing about it. So I know that was the Spirit of the Most High. Brought it right to us. And then we just carried it on. Yeah, okay, go ahead, up.
Isaiah 2 verse 1. The word that Isaiah, the son of Amoz, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem.
All right, so this is what Isaiah, the prophet Isaiah, saw in the vision concerning us and the whole nation. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass in the last days.
In these days, go ahead.
That the mountains of the Most High's house shall be established in the top of the mountains.
It's going to be, again, the top of the mountains, Mount Zion. Okay, go ahead, up.
And shall be exalted above the hills.
It's going to be exalted above all the other governments. That's what it means, above the hills. All right, all the other government, because hills can mean government too. Mountains can mean government. So it's going to be established above all of them. Go ahead, up.
And all nations shall flow unto it.
All nations are going to flow unto it. Mount Zion. Go ahead, up.
And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Most High, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways.
And he's going to teach us of his ways. So again, the nations are going to flow unto it, and all the nations are going to be taught the ways of the Most High. Israel's job is going to be to teach those nations the ways of the Most High. That's going to be our job. That was our job from the beginning, but we blew it. So we had to fall. But now we're going to get it right. You understand? And all the nations are going to be taught the laws, statutes. There ain't going to be no Arabs, you know what I'm saying, no other nations doing what they want to do. The Arab nation, African nation doing what they want to do. Ain't nobody going to be taught. Ain't nobody going to be teaching their own philosophies. No, they're going to be taught the ways of the Most High. Kahan? Go ahead, huh?
And we will walk in his paths.
We will walk in his paths. Go ahead.
For out of Zion shall go forth the law.
Out of Zion shall go forth the law. Again, go ahead, huh?
And a word of the Most High from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
Okay, Isaiah 31 and 4. All right, Isaiah 31 and 4. All right. For the scriptures say, shall the Most High of hosts come down and fight for Mount Zion. How about that? Yahweh is going to fight for Mount Zion. Let me show you. Go ahead.
Isaiah 31 verse 4. For thus hath the Most High spoken unto me, like as the lion and a young lion roaring on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is called from against him. He will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Most High of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hill thereof.
Y'all hear what that's saying? Mm-hmm. So shall the Most High and Yahweh, right? That's Yahweh shall come down and fight for Mount Zion. There's going to be a fight, brother. All right, when Yahweh comes, there will be a fight. And when this so-called Antichrist, all right, be revealed, he's going to gather all the nations and come to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is called the valley of decision. They're going to try to now, what they're going to do is they're going to try to now siege Mount Zion. They're going to try to seize you, all right? Take it over again from you. That's when Yahweh is going to come out to heavens, and he's going to fight for Mount Zion. And for what? The hill thereof. That's the hill there. All right? So they're coming back. The Antichrist. When the Antichrist is revealed, they're going to come with their armies. This is going to be the real deal, brother. So that's why brothers got to get prepared mentally and physically in their minds. All right? This is going to be a fight. They're not just going to give, this is going to hand you the kingdom of heaven. All right? It's going to be a war. All right? Joel, you got it? Joel 2:32.
Joel 2, verse 32. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Most High shall be delivered.
Go ahead.
For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance.
Say, where the deliverance going to take place? In Jerusalem, in Mount Zion. All right. Now, the scriptures say that the chariot shall go forth, the angel shall go forth and deliver all people from the four corners of the earth. All right. That's the type of deliverance. All right. And then the deliverance that's going to take place here is when the remnant of us are here in Mount Zion. All right, doing what we're supposed to do for our nation. Then the enemy, the nations are going to come and they're going to try to seize Jerusalem again with the Antichrist. Then the deliverance, Yahweh shall come down, right, from out of the heavens with the holy angels out of the heavens and deliver the remnant of Israel, all right, with the angels. And that's where the redeeming of the nation of Israel will take place. Some of us, like the scripture says, got to run back out of the land. We're going to run back out in the land, in the wilderness, right? And that's when the Antichrist is going to chase us in the wilderness, just like we came out of Egypt and Pharaoh. The modern day Pharaoh going to chase us into the wilderness again. And he's going to have his demonic powers trying to destroy us. And that's when the Most High is going to deliver us and then have the earth rise up against the Antichrist. Right? So all this is going to take place. Was that it, Exodus 32?
As the Most High said, and in the remnant whom the Most High shall call.
Okay, yeah, how about that? The remnant of who the Most High shall call. All right, will be it. All right? Not all Israel's going to come back to Zion. We know that already. We understand. All right, but they're only the remnant who's going to call. Kahan? Go ahead, Zechariah 1:16. All right, so we have to understand that. But the brothers that are here now, the brothers from Trinidad here, all right, brothers from America here, from the different states, the Masharasha Allahs here, all right, and UK, the sisters from UK, right, all right, and you got other brothers coming from other areas, all right, for the Passover, all right, we're going to do the Pesach here, the Passover here, all right, for the first time, not for the first time that's been done here, but in the Mashiach Yahushua. We're going to praise in the name of the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua here on this mountain, the foot of Mount Zion. All right? Kahan? Okay. Go ahead, Ak.
Zechariah 1:16. Therefore, thus saith the Most High, I am returned to Jerusalem.
He's going to be returned to Jerusalem. Go ahead.
With mercies.
With the mercies. All right, now, a lot of people say, well, that's just talking about the people. It's not talking about the place, Jerusalem. That's talking about the place. All right? Jerusalem is a place, a city in Israel, right? Kahan? Right? Jerusalem. Kahan? City of peace, right? Kahan? So it's a place. He's going to return here. Go ahead, Ak.
My house shall be built in it.
See, his house will be built where? In America? Go ahead, Ak.
Saith the Most High of hosts.
His house shall be built in it, in Jerusalem. All right? Meaning the house where the kingdom of heaven is going to take place and emanate from. It's going to emanate from Jerusalem. Kahan, go ahead, Ak.
And a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem. Cry yet saying, thus saith the Most High of hosts, my cities through prosperity shall yet be spread abroad.
Yeah, see? The cities shall yet be spread abroad through prosperity. And the prosperity is talking about not just so with wealth and so forth, but with the knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the Most High. That's what it means, prosperity. Kahan? Have you read to 17?
This is 17.
Okay, go ahead.
And the Most High shall yet comfort Zion.
You're going to comfort Zion, see? Now you're talking about the people now of Zion, the 12 tribes of Israel. Go ahead.
And shall yet choose Jerusalem.
And it's going to choose, and now the place. Comfort Zion and choose Jerusalem. Because Zion is going to dwell in Jerusalem. Kahan? Go ahead. Okay. That was it? Yeah. Jeremiah 50:5. How about this now? Listen to this scripture here. How about this? What shall the people of Zion do? What shall the people of Israel do? All right? In the last days. I'm going to tell you. Nobody's going to be screaming, I want to go to America. I want to stay in America. No, nobody's going to be screaming that. This is what they're going to be saying. Go ahead, Ak.
Jeremiah 50:5. They shall ask the way to Zion.
They're going to ask the way to Zion. Right? And everybody in here was like, where's Zion at? Everybody here was like, where's Zion? Let me go to Zion. Can you give me the directions to Zion? Could I get a plane ticket to Zion,
They were
please?
searching for it.
Searching for it, yeah. Spiritually, you're searching for it. Okay, go ahead, Doc.
with their faces thitherward, saying, Come, and let us join ourselves to the Most High in a perpetual covenant.
Right. A perpetual, everlasting covenant. This is what we're really here for. To make that covenant with the Most High on this mountain. Con? Go ahead, Doc.
That shall not be forgotten.
It's not going to be forgotten. Because you do forget, that's your ass. That's it for you. You're going to try to forget and try to bring up some other doctrine or something like that. That's your ass. You're finished. Go ahead, Doc.
My people have been lost sheep.
My people are lost sheep. See, that's Israel. No other nation fits that, right? All other nations know who they are, know where their land is at, know who their people are. Except for us. Go ahead, Doc.
Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
And their shepherds, right, our leaders, right, cause us to go astray into different doctrines and philosophies. Go ahead, Doc.
They have turned them away on the mountains.
They have turned us away on the mountains. How about that? Go ahead, Doc.
They have gone from mountain to hell.
Yeah, how about that? Mountain to many different doctrines, philosophies, church systems, and so forth. That's what it means. Go ahead, Doc. Politics. How about that? Go ahead, Doc.
They have forgotten their resting place.
You've forgotten Zion. They just forgot it completely. They don't want Zion anymore. They want rap music. They don't want Zion anymore. They want Hollywood. They want laptops. They want Xbox. They want madness. See? Con? Go ahead, Doc.
All that found them have devoured them.
Everybody, all the nations that found you devoured you. Meaning they're in your neighborhoods. You got to go to their stores, their businesses. They devour you that way. They devour you spiritually with their doctrine. They devour you physically with their, clothes and the things that you eat and everything. It devour you. That's what it means. You just devoured, right? Go ahead, up.
And their adversary said, We offend not, because they have sinned against the Most High.
So the nations know you sinned. So when they kill you in the streets of America and so forth and all across the earth and do these things to you, they say, it's Israel. They sinned against the Most High anyway, so we can do that to them. That's how they feel in their mind. We can kill them. The police can kill you in the streets of America, shoot you down, because they know that you sinned against them. All right? Now you say, well, individually, some of these people might not know, but spiritually, that's what's happening. Right? The elite know. Illuminati know. They know you're the children of the Most High. And they put out the decisions on how to destroy you. Crack in your community, AIDS in your community, Flint, Michigan, poison the water, and so on and so forth. The clothing, you know what I'm saying, the food, just poison you, kill you. They send out the orders, and then it goes out. Right? That's what's happening. They're not offended. Right? There's no shame in them when they kill you. That's an act of war. Flint, Michigan was an act of war. What do our